and gents, welcome back to the Almost Pro 10K Smash Open here at PAX East. We're your same analysts out here. I'm Vicky Kitty, I'm joined with Kimona, I'm joined with Lyric, and guys, we have the grand finals among us.
The grand finals what?
I just looked over.
Grand finals is where? Huh? Yeah, welcome back everybody. It is time to get into the final two players. It could be one set, it could be two if JAKAL is able to win this first one and reset it over DABUZ, who came into this weekend certainly as the favorite, and he has not faltered yet.
No, definitely not, as we heard before. But once again, just a reminder, everybody, PAX Arena is brought to you by DoorDash. We want to remind you that you can get your Dash Pass for $0 delivery fees, 5% credits on pickup orders, and saving with on-demand groceries.
You're telling me that I can get food delivered straight to my door and I don't have to pay a single dollar in delivery fees?
Absolutely,
Not
and
a
if
cent.
you're a Dash Pass member here, you can head on over to the DoorDash booth over there and get some custom sweet merch like Vicky's wearing right now.
Hey, by the way, those shirts are super comfy.
True.
They are, and so are the jackets. Honestly, we got spoiled. I'm absolutely loving it out here. We can even order DoorDash right here to the desk. I may actually do that. Who knows? If
Production might tell us not to do that. They might tell us that's a bad idea. Please do not be snacking on.
While the grand final is going on, it's just too good sometimes. But shout out to DoorDash, of course, out here in the PAX Arena. It's been such a good time so far. They treated us amazing. Now, let's hit the stage to introduce our last two competitors here in the arena.
PAX Arena, it is time for your grand finalists! You've been watching them play all day long. They really need no introduction because they're that good. You've already seen incredible plays from them. And this is a grudge match. This is a rematch between two players who know each other very well. We're gonna see very exciting action. First up, it's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Wolf. We've got Jekyll coming out here to take his seat and show us the energy he has for this rematch. All right, and then our next player, he hasn't had to play this grueling lower bracket run. He's been sitting comfy, watching Ajax and our other analysts break down the plays. DABUZ, come on out here and take your seat. Now we're gonna let our players get set up for our Almost Pro 10K Open Grand Finals. Commentators, take it away.
Really good at this game. Both two players from Tri-State, so strong here in this grand finals.
Yeah, this is a showdown between New Jersey and New York. Literally, like, best player in Jersey and the guy who is called the King of New York and has been for almost a decade at this point. I mean, this is an epic rivalry that is coming to a head here.
Yeah, we heard DABUZ earlier. These are practice partners too. They do play a good amount, so it's nice to see how this is gonna fare against each other. I didn't like hearing JAKAL's tone earlier though in the interview. JAKAL seemed a little unsure of himself, but you said earlier, Kimona, that you saw some hype going down behind the scenes.
It perplexes me because JAKAL's Twitter profile, I don't know if it's still the same now, but it literally said at the top of his Twitter profile, like hell I'm going to fade away. And then he comes in here saying, oh yeah, I don't know if I'm going to do it. Is that the attitude he's coming in, or is he just trying to put on a cool exterior and keep that fiery heart?
As somebody who knows JAKAL, JAKAL has always been calm, cool, and collected, really kind of keeping himself very focused and very centered on the gameplay. Once again, this is the blueprint for Wolf in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but you're going up against somebody like DABUZ with years and years, 10+ years of veteran experience playing this game. DABUZ knows how to condition his opponents to play exactly like how DABUZ wants to. But shout outs to our crowd. Crowd, you excited for this grand finals?
Crowd? Oh yeah.
Feels good.
Oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
That's what I like to see. All you beautiful faces in the crowd, lining up on the outside by the fence line. It's gonna be a good time out here. We're already down to our grand finals. Love how you guys basically put up DABUZ and JAKAL and their history out here. DABUZ, I know how you mentioned, has so many years of experience under his belt, coming through still as a strong competitor for Team Liquid. He's been putting in a lot of work right now, but he did manage to beat JAKAL in the winners finals. JAKAL said, you know, I got pretty beaten up. I'm trying to do my best out here. What do you guys think that JAKAL is going to do to get that mental reset? Because we could obviously expect the Rosalina to come out after what we witnessed in the winners finals.
Honestly, this one is going to be a little bit difficult. Rosalina and Luma, the premier puppeteer character of Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. And when you're Wolf, you have to find a way to get in on both Rosalina and Luma. And I feel like Rosalina just kind of eats fast fallers alive. But what do you think, Kimona?
I think that we are going to see just a matchup that is going to be defined by not any particular one thing that these players do, but just by how much they're able to tailor their game plans, how they're able to modify things as they go on, and readjust as the game plans change on both sides. Right now, DABUZ getting off to the hot start with that Rosalina and Luma. Like you said, puppeteer characters, that can be a problem for Wolf.
And already clipping the jump earlier on. I know JAKAL still managed to make his way back to the stage, but it's the patient play that we saw from JAKAL in that set previously with Cosmos, how it may not work in fair as well against a player like DABUZ, who basically plays at the same pace as you.
Honestly, across both iterations of Smash that Rosalina and Luma have been in, the gameplay has always been to get rid of Luma first, because Luma is the perfect doubles partner to have at any time. So many times Rosalina gets a little bit of power boost of having Luma out there. Her aerials and her smash attacks get just a little bit longer with the star there. But here comes JAKAL separating both very well into the back air. It's not going to be enough, but as I've always said, Wolf players really get their momentums from getting their B&Bs together, Kimona.
I mean, that's where Wolf does a lot of damage, right? Is that once you can get a really solid setup, it can lead to a lot of damage. And on floaty characters like Rosalina, they can even have trouble landing. But there, that Luma coming back in perfect time to cover DABUZ's advance back on stage, but JAKAL immediately disposing of it. It'll hit the blast zone, and he gets to play another 10 or so seconds without having to worry about the little star.
Get out of here with that bodyguard, and you get the scoop up on the up smash like we've got to see earlier on against JAKAL's set previously. 100% onto JAKAL still first stock, but look at this, the patience, the wait to expect that rising fair.
I'm loving the way JAKAL is also placing himself very strategically between Rosalina and Luma and coming down with a safe aerial, right? We talked about this Wolf neutral air the entire time now. DABUZ trying to take control in center stage, give himself time to get Luma back out, but look at JAKAL just waiting for DABUZ to come to him. Does not want to give up this lead. Wolf with rage is excellent. Gonna be able to just use the F tilt to get Luma out of there, and honestly, DABUZ has kind of been a sitting duck.
Well, and it has been a problem for him, because without Luma, that is exactly what you are, a sitting duck, and DABUZ has had to play most of this game without it. Does eventually find that up smash. JAKAL, not the best spacing with that nair on the shield. Once you hit somebody very high on their shield, particularly a tall character like Rosalina, there's a lot of time for them to react and hit you back, and that's exactly what DABUZ did. But again, he is going to have to work overtime to keep this Luma alive, because without it, you see the damage that JAKAL has done.
Oh, that was beautiful follow-up right there, too. Even baiting out the blaster into the up smash, the double scoop ice cream. I mean, did somebody order DoorDash at least in this moment? Because right now, he is looking to serve.
I have to say, comboing Wolf Flash into up smash is just such a way to kind of start off Grand Finals saying, you know what, I'm here. You may have messed me up in Winners Finals, but it does not matter. JAKAL right now with a very significant lead over DABUZ here. DABUZ still going to try and prioritize staying center, but Wolf does such a good job of stacking on all this damage here. Going to use the double dash attack to get Luma right out of there, and now JAKAL still living it out here. DABUZ has to find an answer to all this aggression.
I mean, JAKAL has done such a good job of finding DABUZ's blind spots too, and that's why DABUZ is having such a hard time just walling him out, as you would expect Rosalina to do. And you see he's going for a couple of reads as well that just haven't worked out. I mean, JAKAL's positioning has just been perfect, and it really goes to show that with good movement, you can really conquer all that's in your path.
And when it comes to also making sure that Luma isn't a problem in this equation, you mentioned it earlier, Kimona, but basically DABUZ has had to play this without Luma this entire game. Miss spaces, the timing on the down air, doesn't get the punish, off of that parry into the up smash.
Looking good right now. Here we go, though. JAKAL, I know, Kimona, it's getting so tense right now. JAKAL trying to find the dash attack here, but it will just be the second hit of the down smash that gets JAKAL out of there.
And this is going to be key on this next stock if DABUZ is able to keep these Lumas alive. Because again, he's the kind of player that will adapt and acclimate over the course of a set. And if he's starting to notice those ways that JAKAL is taking down that Luma, and believe me, DABUZ is a thinker, he will be able to find a way to pull back this game one.
Love it here. You see the blasters getting sent out. You see the Nair coming in from DABUZ. The patient play while he's just trying to find his spacing with the Nair and also use Luma as that bodyguard against the blasters. That's why you don't usually get to see the gravitational pull when Luma basically does the arm work for you here.
So scary too, that Rosalina neutral air can lead into so many combos here. As you can see, DABUZ trying to get the up tilt or the up air hitbox to continue the combo. It's the weak hit of the up air though. JAKAL very smart, shielding there, recognizing that Luma is out on the field here. But when you shield, you give a free grab on over to DABUZ. And now this lead is slowly starting to chip away for JAKAL right now. That will be Luma losing all of the HP here, but it doesn't seem to matter. DABUZ going to be able to find a forward air into a sweet spot down air. And once again, the years of experience this player has is showing up and showing out right now.
Years of experience, and DABUZ has got to feel fired up after that because, man, JAKAL really built up a crazy lead. But you see, he goes, whew, all right, we still got a whole set to play, man.
I feel like we're trying to reference DABUZ as some ancient out here, but honestly, he's this young god who's always been able to nail the timing on a lot of these positions. When you talk about the percent that DABUZ was at and the lackluster recovery that Wolf has to work with, where do you go when you're playing underneath the ledge like that? You have to think about that downer coming into play.
It's basically a 50-50 between choosing the Wolf Flash and the up B, the Firewolf. And JAKAL guessed wrong that time. DABUZ guessed correctly, and that gets him that 1-0 lead. We're going to have to see if JAKAL can pull himself out from the depths. Will he respond by saying, no, I am not going to fade away. I am going to stay in this set. And once again, that early game looking really powerful for him.
I like the way that JAKAL's now trying to utilize the platforms to mix up the movement as well. JAKAL, though, going to be able to find the forward air. Unfortunately, DABUZ kind of leaning out a little bit too far to get the back air, but still very much an advantage. Has not taken damage just yet. Instead, we'll just use the forward smash to get Luma right on out of there. DABUZ once again playing without a Luma, but we saw at the end of last game, it didn't really matter if the Luma was there or not. No tech will lead into the dash attack, Viggy, but still, I mean, the neutral is so quick and so slow both at the same time.
Yeah, it's, again, matching that pacing. And JAKAL, at the very beginning of that game, majority of that game until that last stock, was doing such a good job at making sure Luma wasn't the problem. Between these dash attacks, even double dash attack, tries to get the back air. Good timing on sending out the Luma right there to stop JAKAL from trying to go for an edge guard. But look at the issue here. He focuses on Luma, but the moment he does, DABUZ has the opportunity to close in the gap to then get the grab.
And DABUZ is just so good at playing these puppet characters. Hey, while we have a moment, try to guess the color of the next Luma. I got green. We'll see as we come off of the Angel platform here. It's yellow. It's the default Luma. But DABUZ going to have to find a way to keep that alive because, again, at the start of this game, DABUZ has not been able to utilize it to its full potential, and JAKAL has been playing excellently around that.
Yeah, I'm loving the shielding coming out from JAKAL as well, as we're going to be able to just get the run-up throw. Once again, the shielding, recognizing, you know what, Luma's still here. I recognize that I don't want to get hit constantly over and over. But now here comes DABUZ, finds the Nair into the weak hit back air. Can't get the down air though, Vicky. Things are looking very close. JAKAL going to be able to forward air his way out of the corner, but still winning in this neutral.
That looked disgusting right there. He got the down air into the drag down on the Nair and then almost got a follow-up from that. And he still is able to keep JAKAL up by the ledge, tries to get the follow-up into the up smash, trying to catch the landing here. JAKAL taking a little moment to breathe. Now that Luma's not a problem, he has the entire stage control. Red Luma, I'm thinking blue.
You're thinking blue?
All
Lyric?
right, yeah.
Any guess?
White maybe? I don't think.
Okay, so we went full American colors. It's JAKAL with the All-American SD. It's green. I was just a little bit late, I guess. Oh, whatever.
Ooh.
JAKAL with a great trade, or rather a chase right there with that up air.
DABUZ literally leaning back in his seat too, like, all right, you got it.
That's the DABUZ classic too.
Yeah,
he will
for sure.
react to everything in the game.
I love watching player cams in this game because everyone is just so much into it here. DABUZ, though, going to be able to find the run-up grab, gets the hit with the Luma into the F smash. It's not going to be enough. JAKAL very masterfully recovering high.
He still had his jump. I can't believe he still held on to that.
And then the trade, too, by the ledge has now led DABUZ off stage currently. Hits the Luma away with the fair. DABUZ stuck in shield by the ledge. So scared that JAKAL was able to get the follow-up on the grab.
Rosalina is so light, so floaty that he can't follow up with anything big. DABUZ may not even land before that Luma comes back. It does, but he is already off to the blast zone. That's a trip to the top, and it just might be for JAKAL. He answers with vigor.
We have been seeing JAKAL utilize this Wolf up smash every single time, spaced so perfectly. It is such a great tool. It actually does kind of corkscrew out of Wolf's range and then kind of scoops you right in, kind of like a link up smash as well. It's been so spaced every single time.
And what's so nice about that too is what DABUZ likes to do is space out to test out your aerial space with his nairs before drifting back. And that's gonna scoop up a big character like Rosalina when you're playing too close to the fire like that on the up smash when you are at kill percent.
Wow. Well, you know, if the Rosalina can't do the job, DABUZ is going to dig into the pockets because he is not only the first-class Rosalina in the entire world, he has also got one of the most masterful Min-Mins in the world. So now, if you thought the Rosalina had a lot of range to work with, Min-Min has got even more.
I like how JAKAL's already playing very careful too, right? I think this is one of those matchup check characters. A lot of the times, Min-Min is beatable. You just have to figure out the spacing here. And speaking of spacing, JAKAL lining up perfectly for a back air. Fortunately, the second one won't hit as he's trying to read the roll with the down smash, but still, Vicky, we're seeing this very, very slow neutral start.
It's also the contention that you have to think about the swap up. Now it's not the Rosa and Luma that you have as game plan to work into to get rid of the Luma. Now you have to swap that up with the Min-Min coming in instead. Making a swap over between the Megawatt into the Ram Ram. You can see the way that DABUZ is playing this spacing out, but also the Ram Ram gonna be able to scoop up any space above this platform.
And the Ram Ram just puts on such quick damage. It's a great edge guarding tool. That's one of the reasons why you're going to see JAKAL not only try to hold on to center stage for dear life, but not get very aggressive here at the ledge because Min-Min is a very edge guardable character. You can hit her once and then she might not even be able to make it back, but JAKAL doesn't want to take that risk because if he messes up, he is almost certainly going to lose his stock. So instead he's going to stick to the ledge traps, but DABUZ getting off the ledge really, really excellently.
Yeah, I'm loving the spot dodges as well, Kimona, as now once again we're seeing a little bit of a slowdown in terms of the neutral here. JAKAL knowing the timing to parry a lot of these arms, but it's so hard when Ram Ram is out and also kind of extends here too. JAKAL trying to get a grab here, but DABUZ, once again, the spacing on this player, and then you add the spacing on Min-Min. It is so, so impossible for JAKAL right now to find a way in.
It's big for him to be playing on Pokemon Stadium 2 as well, where he can actually be outside of the range of Min-Min entirely. And you see he's playing a lot of his game there until he feels like he's got one habit he can pick up on DABUZ. Megawatt's not going to be enough the first time, but the second one rolls in with that big bowling ball. And I'll ask that question, who do you think you are? I am.
Yes, the automatic strike out here too. The Megawatt taking you all the way around, raising your hands like you don't care, but it's also the shield pressure that comes in from the Megawatt. 163 and still living, no rage on the side of JAKAL in second stock.
Yeah, JAKAL just so desperately trying to find a back throw or a back air here. Good parry into the dash attack. It's not going to be enough without rage here. DABUZ going to land with the down air here and even get the back throw for the troubles. We see Ram Ram out as well. We want to put JAKAL off stage and then keep him there, but still DABUZ just trying to read where he's going to go. And still, once again, these arms help you cover so much space. JAKAL on the verge of already losing the second stock. We see the red sparks is now the laser out as well. How do you get back up if you're JAKAL? You cannot.
As Wolf's recovery and stuck by the ledge, I'm in danger. Where do I go? There's nowhere to go. He even tried to go for a high recovery once. He went below the ledge to highly recover too. It was so difficult for him to make his way back.
If that looks unfair to you in the crowd, believe me, it feels that way for JAKAL too. It is so difficult to deal with that, and particularly because Wolf really has trouble maneuvering around all of that, especially off the ledge. JAKAL is able to get that first stock, but Min-Min being a heavy character, he's got a lot of work to do to get himself back into this one.
Yeah, JAKAL now trying to make something happen. The double dash attack into the up air won't be enough. It'll get some sustained damage here, but now look at DABUZ recognizing no tech, so an opportunity to punish here. JAKAL still constantly trying to land with the forward air, but it's so difficult here. The arm can reach in front of you and behind you as well. It's really, really difficult to get around here. The Megawatt Nair as well. JAKAL stuck on the ledge. 100% Vicky could go either way, but things are starting to kind of turn DABUZ's favor.
JAKAL forced his way, said, let me in with the fair. Finally finding some sort of stage control now that DABUZ is stuck by the ledge here. He rolls right in, waits perfectly in shield, but it's the rising nairs that I'm worried about, especially with that Megawatt while JAKAL's at 113.
You see DABUZ, I mean, utilizing both arms pretty much every time because he knows that Wolf is going to have trouble being fast enough to get in. Love to trade with the bayonet hitbox on the blaster right there to at least get the laser through past that other arm. It's a transcendent projectile, so DABUZ won't be able to trade with it. And nice, I love the use of that jump right there as well to make sure that he doesn't get set up in a tech situation, because that's one of the few times where JAKAL can get something big like this. DABUZ barely hanging on with that little neutral air right there. Almost enough to take it, but DABUZ is back, and JAKAL is gone.
My goodness, you could see the stress on DABUZ's face as well, the way that he physically got up out of his chair at one point because of the stress here. But what a way to bring out the Min here. We have been talking about DABUZ all day, having an array of oddities in his pocket, and Min definitely a character that we don't see too much all the way out there. This is definitely one of the best Min like you were talking about, Kimona. But for a character like Wolf, it's so hard to get in between when you're just constantly getting edge guarded.
There's that angle that you could approach Min at, but with these two platforms and the way that Wolf tries to approach him, finding an opening either with a blaster or tries to go in with a dash attack, it's too hard to find that angle against a character like Min. So that's why you can see JAKAL struggling when it comes to this matchup. And even if he does want to linger on this platform, look what the Ram is doing. And look how much space it already covers once JAKAL is playing outside of that range that DABUZ wants to keep him at.
Well, and I like that DABUZ in this second game, and I think definitely towards the end of that last game that we just watched, he's getting much more aggressive with this Min. He saw at the beginning of that match that JAKAL was just trying to stay outside of the range of those moves. Tough to do against Min, but possible on PS2. And here, DABUZ says, okay, well now what if I get into your range? How are you going to respond? And the answer is a way that DABUZ can punish.
That Wolf Flash was so risky from JAKAL here, but now DABUZ getting lined up here. I like the mix-up from JAKAL, but once again, gonna be able to land. But DABUZ always has the jump covered with Megawatt, Vicky. It's so tough to get back into neutral.
High recovery, goes all the way down below the ledge to finally get onto the off of the ledge, but DABUZ not gonna keep him at roll distance here. Instead, he just rolls back, waits for an opportunity. Nice answer back from JAKAL to get that grab to keep DABUZ by the ledge here. But look at the patience from DABUZ, even when he's holding onto the ledge.
Oh, this is basically the game, condensed down into one bit that you see between JAKAL and DABUZ right now, particularly against Min, is that she has just that long range. But to continually use it, she has to back herself into a corner. And once she's in the corner, that's where you can pile on the pressure. But if you mess up once, you're going to get sent to the blast zone. And JAKAL losing that first stock in a pivotal game.
You can see, and speaking about pivoting, I think JAKAL meant to pivot, turnaround, grab, and get the back throw, but unfortunately for JAKAL, the up smash won't do it. Luckily, we'll be able to find the dash attack here, but already taking 20%. Thankfully, out of the corner, going to be able to find the first fair, but DABUZ is a master at resetting neutral and still winning it as well.
And look at the slowdown pace here from JAKAL, waiting in shield, waiting for those Rams to just skate right past his own fur, and then just tries to jump in to find an opportunity to get another grab. Forcing his way off from the platform, walking forward, just waits with the shield, but it's this difficult position that now JAKAL has been able to slow things down a little bit, but then the scoop of coming in from DABUZ, forcing him to now play outside his space.
He's basically just trying to play, one bit of stage at a time. And, it has worked out a little bit. He just hasn't gotten his big openings. That forward air could be the one he needs. Again, Min off stage. That's one of the only chances you have as JAKAL playing Wolf to get one of those quick early stocks that are so hard to come by, whereas Min can do the same to you. That's why this pace is so slowed down, because neither one of these players wants to give the other an opportunity for a big moment.
And honestly, as Wolf, you really need to pick up on the habits as well, but it's so hard when DABUZ is constantly forcing you off stage, constantly backing up and still pushing you to the ledge here. We'll be able to find the nair down, but still getting propped up here. DABUZ has so much control as he hits the Dragon Laser. JAKAL on his last potential stock of the tournament. I would love to see a reset, Vicky, but honestly, DABUZ seems like he's running away with it so well.
It's so scary here, especially considering the fact that the set history between both these players, I don't think JAKAL's ever been able to take a set off of DABUZ's Min. That's why that one game he said, I'm not even going to try to risk it. He gets the grab, he gets the back throw, tries to contest him with a jump off the ledge. Finally, JAKAL forces his way back onto the stage, avoids the Ram, also trying to close in that gap. But the moment you jump, you're also not just met with a Ram, you're met with a nair too.
That could have been the end of it right there with JAKAL off stage. But DABUZ, who's been hunting for a major win since Ultimate has began, he's always been so close, but not able to close it out at the very end. But this weekend, he has been living high on the hog. He has been dominant, and all he needs is one more strong hit to close this one out and send his wallet home happy.
Let's not forget, first place also walks away with $3K, while second walks away with $1,500. This is basically a $1,500 money match that JAKAL is living off of his last tournament life.
DABUZ now stuck on the ledge, JAKAL needs the stock right here, right now. Unfortunately, stutters there, unfortunately, cannot get the punish as well. There's the up tilt, but not enough to take the stock. There it is again, though, as the crowd comes to life. JAKAL going to attempt to fight back about 100% worth of damage.
The crowd wants to see some more Smash Brothers, and I know that I do too, but JAKAL's got quite a bit of fighting to do to make that happen. DABUZ set up at the ledge, just looking for one more opportunity to toss the Wolf off stage. Tech Scenario sets up for something big. There goes the Dragon Laser! And this weekend, the King of New York is the King of PAX. He is standing on top of everybody that walked in his path without losing a set. Team Liquid DABUZ is your PAX Arena champion.
What an amazing tournament play from DABUZ, making his way all throughout the winner's side. Look at the way that he rolled up his controller, putting on his badge, looking like just another day at work here. But in the player cams, he was leaning forward. You saw those head nods of approval sometimes when those raw hits came out for JAKAL. I know JAKAL was starting to feel himself by the end of that game, but it was so difficult to make the adjustments between the Rosa, your game plan, focus on Aluma, into the Min that you haven't been able to beat yet.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's a tough matchup as well, especially when you're a fast faller off stage, constantly getting arms thrown at you. The Dragon Laser coming through right when you need it as well.
Yeah.
I think it was actually just the hitbox of the Dragon itself taking it for DABUZ. As we check out the DoorDash replays, gotta love a full crowd for some great Super Smash Bros. Ultimate.
You know, when the king calls court, you want to have an audience to it, and there was
True.
quite the audience for a set that DABUZ really looked like he was in control of for most of the time. JAKAL fought valiantly and really well against the Rosalina, and to be able to force DABUZ off of that character was a big step, but you had to go in prepared for everything that DABUZ can throw with you, and he's got so much that he can throw out at you that at the end of the day, you got to face up against this, you got to face up against the Min, and you got to keep the Olimar in mind as well. But at the end of the day, man, DABUZ just showing off what that Min can do.
It's his consistency too. You guys talked about his history being a Smash Brothers competitor, but also his results. And he's been in these situations before. He's been in worse situations, and it's all the experience that he brings up to the plate when it comes to winning more of these events as time passes. But also, great showing from JAKAL to make the adjustments he needed after falling 3-0 in the winner's bracket. He's the reason why, DABUZ was the reason why he had to play off of that loser's side. And JAKAL still did his best out here, but DABUZ too strong to deter when it comes to the final results of this PAX East tournament.
I mean, JAKAL did not have an easy bracket at all, going through some of New England's finest too. I mean, some great regional players and some great character diversity as well. Peaches, Sheiks, and more, as well as Cosmos there too, one of the best Aegis players in the world. As once again, we just got to talk about the Dragon Laser's head being the one that takes it. And you can see the pop-off king himself, DABUZ.
Pop-off DABUZ.
Yes, true. Very great. Honestly, shout-outs and congratulations to DABUZ. I'm sure we will be hearing from them very shortly, but I just got to say how fun this was doing a TriCast with you too.
Yeah, it's been so good. I'm so glad I was able to stay up on here to talk to both of you guys, get your insight on what's been going on in the game while it's all happening. It's a new experience out here too. So glad that we were able to all work along each other here at PAX East. Even the analyst segment that we had with Ajax earlier. Always love seeing those replays, the slowdown, the arrows to actually point out, the little micro movements that you can easily miss when you're in the heat of the moment of the game.
Yeah, I mean, there's just so much action to break down too, right? We had actually some of the best players in the world, and that's not even just gassing up on, oh, like these guys are really talented. Like these are people who legitimately have been on the top or have been clawing towards the top of not only this game, but other games in the past as well. It's been a blast here, but we are going to send it up to the stage one final time. I've been Kimona, that's Lyric, that's Vicky, and now we're gonna go to the stage to hear from Renessa and our champion.